Today's final freedom video is themed around focus. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how effective is your focus? On a day-to-day basis? What about over 4 years? The women's national sevens team just achieved history, winning their first bronze medal. And that would have included a huge amount of focus for not just the last 4 years, but for many, many cycles of 4 years for a number of them. And even though it's 20 years since I put on my USA national team jersey, I'm confident that the 12 elements below that I outlined in this PurposeFused Focus Framework would have been demonstrated by every single member of that squad and the staff supporting the team. The 3 elements are characteristics, context, and capacity. Each have 4 pieces below them. And the whole focus of the framework is honing that focus to the things that matter most. They're the things that are most aligned to your purpose, the intentional intersection between your passions and your impact. That increases your performance, your well-being, and your engagement consistently together. Again, you can see this in high-performing sports, in athletes that reach your podium, as well as you can with high-performing leaders and teams. So the first thing is characteristics. What are the characteristics that promote focus? Focus aligns nicely with flow. That's this state of optimal experience, and there's 8 characteristics of that, but 4 of them we can be quite intentional about. They can be considered inputs. In other words, we can focus on these things directly to increase the output of our focus. First one is clarity of goals with immediate feedback on performance, so we're very clear about whether we're making progress. The second is the experience intrinsically rewarding? We all have a pretty clear idea of that. The third is, do we have balance between challenge and skill? If we get the challenge too high and the skill down here, we don't know where to start. The other way around, we're bored. And fourth, do we have a sense of control over our inputs and our contribution and confidence that those are going to align to the desired outcomes? The second big area is context. And this is about the environment that promotes our focus. So the environment surrounding the task that we're attempting to focus on will influence the extent to which we're able to focus on what matters most. These elements include things like how well we planned and prepared around the task, how we prioritise the task against others effectively, again, aligned to passions and impact, the things that matter most, aligned to our purpose. Third is distractions. How we can limit the distractions that are within our control. Consider those by your 5 senses. They're the 5 things that buckets of which things that can distract you, obviously. And the fourth sub-piece of this is mindset. Focusing on possibilities and progress versus on trying to achieve perfection all the time. Now, third is capacity. The capacity is about the extent to which we're able to focus. Our capacity to focus determines our potential performance for any particular task at hand. And this is influenced by the following 4 elements. Firstly, cognitive load, like what's the amount of information that we can manage and process at any one time. To the extent we can hone that information just to the task at hand, we'll absolutely avoid multitasking. Second, motivation. This links back to the intrinsically rewarding, to the things that really motivate us and get us excited and enable us to perform at our best. Third is mindfulness, our ability to focus and level set and reset, take deep breaths, disconnect, step back, and then go back in. And the fourth is confidence, having enough confidence to propel us forward and continue generating momentum even against the odds, that can increase our belief and enable us to achieve things like podiums. So consider this framework to assess your current levels of focus against your relevant priorities and the various spheres of your life, and of course to identify practical areas of improvement. We all want to reach our own podiums, and that will enable us to set ourselves free. So have a go at practicing your focus. Cheers.